Up here, I have another draft deck I just finished at Fog of Dusk on the Friday night, actually. So this is one of the few nights I actually had a chance to play on a Friday, so I decided to come up. I have another blue-black deck. This one was different than the other blue-black deck I drafted on Monday. This one has a little bit of the constellation trigger, but it's more control than that. I'll go over each of the cards for you. So I have a Flitterstep Eidolon and two Nyxborn Eidolons for 2 drops. And then I have a Nyxborn Triton, 2 Warwing Sirens, a Nimbus Naiad, and a Night Howler. And then I have 2 Disciple of Phoenixes, and then a King Macar, which was my first pick. Then I got the Whitewater Naiads and the Grey Merchant of Asphodel. And then a Traumacratus, I think that's how you pronounce it. And this guy is pretty good itself. He's pretty much he's either unblockable or you have to block with everything. The only drawback is that when he attacks and blocks, he doesn't have hexproof. So one match I actually won a game attacking with him, and then was actually able to Crypsis. So you had to, because he had all of his creatures, so I Crypsis. And then basically just dealt damage and conceded. That was pretty cool. And then for my non-creature spells, I have a Crypsis, Cast in the Darkness, Hint to the Earth, Nyx Infusion, Divination, Asphyxiate, Griptide, a Lash of the Whip, and a Sip of Hemlock. So the removal suite is pretty straight on. Nyx Infusion can be used offensively and defensively. Crypsis helps with King Macar when you attack in and they do like a surprise block or some shit. You can untap it and then it gets the Inspire trigger, make a dude into a go token. Divination also helped a lot too in this game and tonight, because draw 2 cards is quite actually helps a little bit. I mean, I could have probably used a card. Probably it helped because of the draw. Maybe a card kind of Read the Bones might have been a little bit better in this deck since it is a little slow. And then Asphyxiate, it's pretty good, solid removal, and then Lash, and then Sip of Hemlock. And then let me go over some of the cards I cited in a few times. I cited in Extinguish All Hope, which was actually my second pick. Depending on the deck that I'm playing against, if there's a lot of non-enchantment creatures, I cited in, mainly because it's a really good card just to wipe the board. And then I have a bunch of I have a few enchantment creatures on the board, so I can just, swing in next turn, kill everything. And then I also cited in a Horizon Scholar Game 5. I cited it out over this guy, mainly because I needed to scry and dig, and 7 with double blue in an aggressive deck. My last round opponent was playing red-green, so I needed the scry and have a blocker as well. Other than that, this deck was pretty good, if I say so myself. I actually ran, at first I ran 10 swamps and then 10 swamps and then 7 islands, but I switched it up to 8-7. I'm sorry, 8-6. 9 swamps and then 8 islands, so that way I can cast all my spells in an orderly fashion. I think the extra island did help a little bit in some of the matches, and some it didn't really matter. But with the constellation trigger, of course, Nightwater Naiads, you've seen this combo before. Play an enchantment, make a dude unblockable, swing. And then I also have Flitterstep Eidolon as well, to bestow maybe on King Macar. That way he can always attack in, and someone's going to die and someone's going to get exiled when he becomes untapped. And then with all the removal that I have, Night Howler becomes insane, whether it's a creature on the board or bestowed on another creature. And the Warwing Sirens, I didn't actually play these guys a lot tonight. I just didn't draw into them. I did bestow a few times onto them when they were on the board, and they're still just as good as blockers or attackers. And then with all of the enchantments and all of the other creatures I have in black, Grey Merchant was a good pickup in the 3rd pack. Other than that, this deck I felt was really, really strong. It's not the best blue-black deck I've ever drafted, nor the most synergistic, but I mean, it worked. I actually won first place My only loss was in round 3, where I pretty much got side. Well, I think that was game 2. I'm sorry, game 2. I actually got kind of aggroed out, and then I kind of got surprise attacked as well, so that didn't really go too well. But yeah, and then I got a foil promo dissolve. Ooh, sexy dissolve. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, dissolve. I like the art in this card, so that's pretty sweet. Other than that, it's another night, another magical evening. I'm about to head home. I have to go to work tomorrow. Definitely, you know, one of the better decks I drafted. It didn't win me, but it's more stally and more kind of just. It's not as aggro as most decks I've drafted, but it's still good enough, and it got me there. So what can I say? All right, guys, you have a good night. I'm gonna go home. James is about to close up shop, and I got some sleep to do. So you guys have a good night.